Hello everybody, Joe here. Welcome to the channel. Today's workout, we've got 4 rounds, 4 exercises, 10 reps per exercise. The first one, as we're doing now, is the kettlebell swing. So make sure when you're doing this kettlebell swing, it's a hip hinge. You're not doing a deep squat or anything like that. I see way too many people doing deep squats during their kettlebell swings, and all that's going to do is mess up your back, as I have done in the past. So the next is going to be 10 bodybuilder burpees. So make sure when you're doing the bodybuilders, you're going down to push-up position, you're going down, your chest should be coming to the ground in a strict motion and then coming right back up. Keep that push-up strict. Don't be bouncing, don't be doing the worm or anything like that to get up. So nice, clean reps, that's what we want. If you got to slow the reps down, by all means, slow your reps down. If you can't do 10, you only want to do 2 or 3 or 5 or whatever, that's totally fine. Just keep those reps clean. Never sacrifice your form for speed. After the bodybuilders is going to be back to the kettlebells, 10 of them, and we're going to be doing around the world, or that's what I'm going to call it anyways. You'll see when I start doing that. Also, for the kettlebells, I am using a 28 kilogram kettlebell, or 62 pounds. So not super heavy, but not super light. So this time we'll go clockwise. The next time maybe we'll go counterclockwise. Just change it up. Don't do the exact rotation every single time. So again, this doesn't look super difficult or anything like that at all. But trust me, once you start doing this round after round, that's really going to strengthen, and it's really going to burn out your core, your low abs, your obliques, all that stuff pretty quick. So next one is 10 2-pump burpees. So 2-pump burpees is a fundamental burpee routine that I do all the time. 1 pumps, 2 pumps, and bodybuilders are, for me, my 3 most common styles of burpees. Sometimes people like to get into the super fancy 5, 7, 10, they do all kinds of weird variations, a Navy SEAL, bodybuilder, 22 counts, whatever, all that stuff with the kickouts. If you want to do that, that's up to you, but I like to keep them simple, keep them clean, keep them tight, nice clean reps. That's obviously, again, what I value over some sort of crazy, weird kind of a variation of them. And as you can see, nice clean reps there. Right back. So that's round 1. We've only got 3 rounds left of this. So right back into the kettlebell swing. Again, hip hinge, hip hinge, hip hinge. Just always think about that hip hinge. Don't be doing the squats. Again, I used to do the squats during this all the time. And I had a bunch of people say, hey, you shouldn't do that. And it was a bunch of personal trainers from my work. I'm in the military, so PSP staff was really showing me how it's done. And of course, I'm watching YouTube videos and stuff as well. The Bioneer and stuff like that. He's got great workouts, great routines, and great kind of educational videos as well. So I pay a lot of attention to him. Again, back to the bodybuilders for 10 repetitions. Bodybuilders, not the most difficult burpee. However, you do enough of these. I've done 500, 600 in a row, and your heart basically just ready to explode. So pace yourself, take your time, take breaks if needed, but keep those reps clean. And when we get into the around the worlds, which will be next for 10 reps, we're going to go the opposite way. So the last time we went clockwise. This time we're going to do counterclockwise coming up. So grab it, and as you can see, bam, counterclockwise. If you want to do 5 clockwise, 5 counterclockwise, whatever, just don't be doing clockwise all the time. Don't be doing counterclockwise all the time, because you end up just kind of working your body in one motion all the time, and you don't want that. That's going to equate to imbalances in your muscles. Next one to finish up the set, back to the 2 pumps. Again, see how I'm doing them nice and slow? Chest going towards the ground. My nose is basically touching the ground. I pretty much touch my nose in the ground in every repetition, and that's good. Right down to a 90 with that elbow and back up straight, pretty much to a lockout. Again, you want your hands pretty much just a little bit wider than your shoulders. I used to put them right below my shoulders, and I used to have my elbows come back and squeeze tight against my sides. I found that doing rep after rep for that for years, it really affected my shoulder in a negative way. It gave me a lot of shoulder pain. So again, I just watch a ton of physiotherapy type YouTube, and I have my own physiotherapist as well. And they kind of recommend, come out at a 45 degree. It's just better for the shoulder joint itself. So another view, again, kettlebell swings. Notice my knees also aren't collapsing inwards, not leaning over forward excessively, and really want to keep your back super straight when you're doing this. You don't want to have a curve in your back or anything like that. That is going to absolutely destroy your back. Maybe not today, but eventually you're going to have back problems from it. Right into the bodybuilders. So in this workout, we're only doing 4 rounds. So it's only going to be around, I think it's going to be around 11 minutes. And that's great. This workout, all these workouts I generally film. I film about half of what I do. So I'm doing four rounds here. However, after I finish filming, I do another 4 rounds. Sometimes I'll film, the first third of the workout. So I'll do 4 or 5 rounds, and then I'll stop the filming, stop recording, put the camera away, and then I'll do the workout 2 or 3 more times. And that's great too. This workout itself, especially with a 62-pound kettlebell, is not easy. It's definitely not a joke. I don't recommend grabbing a 15 or a 20-pound kettlebell unless you're 100 pounds. You're not going to get much of a workout for that. So, but also don't grab an 80 or 90-pound kettlebell. You're just going to be, it's not going to be good. So grab a kettlebell that you can responsibly maintain a certain pace with and a certain form. Don't be kind of, wandering all sideways and flopping to the sides and stuff like that. Retain your balance while you're doing this. And last one, of course, is the 2 pumps. So again, I'm not whipping through this, right? Another thing you got to be careful for is sometimes when I started doing these styles of workouts many years ago, the first couple rounds I would just crush through. I would go way too fast, and then by halfway through, I was like, "Holy moly! I don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish this workout." I mean, I would think that in my head. I would always finish the workout no matter what. But in my head, I was always like, "Man, this is some intense stuff right now." So I've really learned to pace myself. Start off at a moderate pace, maintain that pace all the way through, finish strong. So don't start off the first 2 or 3 minutes at a blistering pace that you just can't maintain throughout the whole one. So we have the final round. Again, I'm just kind of facing the other way so you can see a little bit different of an angle. But as you can see there, my back is super straight. I'm not allowing my back to curve or anything like that at all. Super simple hip hinge. Bam, Bob's your uncle. Right into the bodybuilders. So if you don't have, let's say you don't have a kettlebell, but you still want to do something similar, just feel free to grab a pair of dumbbells or something like that. Or if you don't have one heavier kettlebell, like a 50 or 60 pound, you can by all means grab two 20s and have one in each hand, or two 15s, or two 25s, or two 30s. I also do a lot of my workouts with two 35-pound kettlebells. So instead of bringing my kettlebells and swinging them between my legs, I will have my legs way closer together and do the same hip hinge, but just with my kettlebells on the outside of my legs. Ends up being a little bit more weight for me because I don't have anything smaller than 35, so it ends up being 70 pounds total. And if I'm using the 40 pounds, 45 pounds, then it's 90 pounds total, which is a significant amount of weight. So again, around the world, I'm just going the opposite way again, so counterclockwise. Had a bit of a fumble there, stumble. And as you can see, I'm starting to really struggle. Again, the first couple rounds, maybe easy. However, the last few rounds, especially the last round, if you're trying to maintain that faster pace, woo, it is smoking. So I'm trying to finish strong again with the two pumps. I've picked up the pace a tiny bit. I don't know if you can notice, but I can certainly notice. And I also remember doing the workout, and I remember, yeah, all right, I'm going to pick this up a little bit. And I could feel my heart rate just crushing it right now. As you can see with me taking big, gaping breaths. So also, when you are done these workouts, make sure you stretch for 5 minutes. That's all I asked. 5 minutes minimum. Ideally, you want to stretch for longer, but I'm shocked to see any of my buddies stretch for anything longer than 35 seconds. So make sure you stretch, especially the muscles that you're working most. So in this one, obviously, we're working the chest the most, the triceps, and the low back the most. So those are the ones that you're really going to want to stretch the most. Try and hold every stretch that you do for at least 30 seconds. So you want to stretch 4 or 5 muscle groups, hold each one for 1 minute. That is fantastic. You will notice a big difference in your recovery. So I hope you enjoyed this workout. There you go. Just a little bit of a forward fold there, stretching out the low back, the hamstrings, all that kind of stuff. I used to be a little bit more flexible. However, in my older age, it's starting to slow down a bit. Again, I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to comment down below, subscribe, hit the notification icon. It will alert you to when I post new content. You have yourself a great day, and bye for now.